What's up, everybody? How you doing? Well, how you doing? Oh, that's right, I can't hear you. Duh, it's only a one-way video. DSP here, what's up? Welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, November 6, 2016. As you can tell, I'm in a good mood. Lots of good reasons to be in a good mood. Business right now is on a slight up, which is great. Patreon, everything's going well there. We have a record number of patrons that pledged in October, which are going to allow there to be an Indies Marathon at the end of this month, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. New pledging has begun for this month's goal, which is the return of the Multiplayer Madness event, where you get to play multiplayer with me in late December or early January. And stuff's going well with that. Every day it seems to be I'm getting new patrons for that. And gaming wise, with the stuff that I'm doing daily, it's been really fun recently. I almost didn't play Call of Duty this year, and I think it actually would have been a big mistake because I'm having a ton of fun playing Call of Duty. If you haven't been around the past few days, you missed out on my first session of Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer, which went really well. The outstanding campaign of Infinite Warfare. I thought this campaign was going to be terrible. It ended up being one of the best things in gaming I've done this year. No exaggeration. It actually was that good of a campaign. It blew me away with what they did with that campaign and how good it was. That's now finished and live on DSP Gaming. And I even tried out some of the multiplayer of Infinite Warfare, which is the complete and polar opposite of the campaign. It seems to be some of, if not the worst Call of Duty multiplayer I've ever played in my life. So it's been a pretty interesting few days here with this Call of Duty marathon that I've been doing. This coming week is going to be a unique combination of covering Call of Duty, but also finishing up Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which I'm nearing the end of right now, okay? And a new release this coming Friday in Dishonored 2. So I'm really excited with what this week has in store for us. There's going to be constant, gameplay coverage and streams of new and ongoing stuff. Several reviews probably will be coming out this week. At least one, if not two. And a new playthrough, all right? Now, allow me to explain how all that's going to happen, but there's one other thing I want to mention, and that is my Halloween Horror Marathon, which took place this past Monday. It went down great. People really enjoyed this marathon. I was in costume. In fact, here's my mask/hat that I actually wore for the Halloween Marathon. It went really well. I never put it away. I just left it on my love seat. It went really well. 4 games, lots of fun. Dino Crisis, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, Condemned Criminal Origins, and Layers of Fear. 4 horror-themed games, which I played in a marathon setting. We had constant good attendance on the stream. People really loved that there were 4 games that changed rather than just one the entire time. No one ever really got bored. We kept it moving. That entire marathon is live on DSP Gaming. Now, I know most people don't have 7-8 hours to watch a marathon, but if you do and you're in a horror kick, definitely check it out. It was a lot of fun. And the good news is, a couple of those games like Dino Crisis, and I would probably say Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, I think I would be interested in continuing those as playthroughs in the future. I mean, I own the games, why not? But right now, we're so busy with all these new releases, there's no downtime whatsoever to speak of. So right now, that's kind of off the table, but once things starts to slow down, say, December, January, there's typically not as many releases as usual, I would definitely consider doing some of those games as playthroughs, all right? Now, let's talk about this coming week. We've got a lot to discuss, okay? First of all, FYI, I had a ton of new patrons in the month of October. I mean, I'm talking upwards of like 50 to 60 new people who had never pledged to my Patreon before, pledged for the first time. That's a great thing, but it also means there's a lot of work to be done to make sure that you all get your appropriate perks. So, tonight, right, I'm not even kidding you, as I finish recording this video, I'll be uploading it, I'll be on my Patreon, messaging all of the patrons who pledge in October. What I'm going to do is, if you have any of the perks where I need your information, which is going to be either if you need the forum upgrade, so you can nominate and vote on indie games for this month's upcoming marathon, that's the $5 perk level. The $20 perk level, which is getting your questions answered on Ask the King, which is later this month on the 24th of November. That's another perk level. Or if you did the biggest perk level, the $50 perk level, and I owe you a private Q&A video, I'll be sending you a private message on Patreon tonight, okay? I'm doing it all at once. Now, a big thing I'm saying in this video, I hope you're listening. If you pledge to my Patreon, you think you're owed a certain perk level and you don't get a message from me about it on Patreon tonight, I need to know. Because the thing that's happening with Patreon is people are pledging big amounts, but then they're immediately lowering their pledges. And I don't know if you still show up properly in the reporting that I get. I don't know if you're going to show up as that big amount that you pledged, or if it's going to lower your amount because you lowered it, so you didn't get double charged that larger amount. I don't know if it's listing you at the higher or lower amount. I don't want that to slip through the cracks. I don't want people who I owe big perks to not to get them. So tonight, I'll be sending out messages. If you don't think you got your appropriate message, please PM me on Patreon and let me know. Say, Phil, I think that you actually owed me this level. Here's what I pledged. And I'll see if I can confirm that, okay? With what I did do, because I'm smart, I saved every single email from people who pledged in October. I get an email every time you pledge. So if you pledged a certain amount, I should still have the email to prove you did, and therefore I can still get you your perk, okay? I'm not saying that we're going to have problems. I'm just trying to forewarn everyone in case we do, because there were so many new pledgees. I'm afraid some people might slip through the cracks because it's still a very manual process. It would be nice if eventually Patreon can set it up to be automated, but right now it's all manual work, okay? So tonight, expect those PMs, and please, once you get the PMs, respond with the information that I request quickly, because the more quickly you get me the information, the more quickly I can get that information to my webmaster, and hopefully within a week here, we can get everyone upgraded and up and going on the forum, so you can post up your questions for Ask the King, so you can nominate the indie games, because I want to have about 2 weeks of nomination, and then 1 week of voting. That would be my goal. If I could get everyone maybe upgraded on the forums by the end of this week, then there could be a full-on week where everyone will have access to be able to post up the games that they want to see me do indie games of at the end of this month. And then the voting can be like the next to last week of November, okay? Ask the King, obviously if you post up your questions by the 24th, you're going to get them answered, so you're fine there, okay? Private Q&A video, a lot of people say, oh, well, I have questions, but I don't have them yet. That's fine. You don't always have to hit me up with the questions right away, but understand that typically I take 1 day a month to film a ton of these videos. Usually there's 3 or 4 a month at least, so if I don't have your questions by then, which probably more than likely will be next weekend, then I may have to postpone the filming of your private Q&A video, and you'll get it later. But you will still get it, okay? I don't understand. I've never, ever, never not done a video like that, and everyone who's gotten a private Q&A video really enjoys them, all right? Okay, so all that is tonight. All Patreon stuff for me tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to do 2 gameplay sessions. This may be the final day this week where I actually do 2 gameplay sessions of, say, Call of Duty, because, number one, I want to avoid burnout, and if I play Call of Duty every single day this week, you know there's going to be burnout, okay? And number 2, because I need to start working on reviews and such, and I can't work on the reviews unless I have the time later in the day to actually work on it. So, tomorrow there will be 2 gameplay streams. What will they be? You decide, because tonight, on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, which I can actually point to right there, okay? I'm going to post up a poll. The poll will have 4 options. It's going to be, number 1, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered campaign. Ooh, a lot of people wanted to see that. Number 2, more Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer. A lot of people also want to see that. After my first session on Friday, a lot of people liked it because I actually did pretty well and they want to see more. Or it could be the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer, which I played 6 matches of today and almost died laughing of a heart attack because it is so fucking bad. It is one of, if not the worst, Call of Duty multiplayer sessions I've ever had. The game is terrible. Every gun's almost identical because none of them have fucking recoil. There's insane wall running and double jumping and just silly, stupid bullshit. There was one guy who literally had no gun. He was just running around with a knife like this, and because of the way they made the game, there's a class that's faster than everyone else. He's just running around knifing everyone left and right. Now, this was something that they actually nerfed in Modern Warfare 1 because it was an issue. There was a perk that allowed you to be too good with melee, and they realized it was a mistake, so they nerfed it. They brought it back for fucking Infinite Warfare, and now it's broken as shit. What the fuck? There's actually a kill streak or a perk or something. You turn it into a fucking robot dog, and you slash people with your hands. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It was so hilarious. 6 matches, and it was just like, this is some of the most insane shit you've ever seen. I spawn, I literally take 1 step from the spawn, and I get killed. Because they're already you know, aimed and poised around the spawn, because the spawns are so bad in this game. I can't believe it, and I can't wait to play more. I mean, I'm being honest here. It's so bad, it's hilarious. Like, I almost pissed myself playing this today. It was so fucking funny because it's so bad. And everyone watching was like, oh my god, what the fuck is it so terrible? So, I am definitely not against playing that again, just for the hilarity factor and my reactions to it. I'm totally in line there. Yes, I will do another session of that if people vote for it. Now, the final option is the Call of Duty, excuse me, Infinite Warfare Zombies in Spaceland. Yes, Infinite Warfare has a zombies mode. And yes, I am interested in playing it. I've actually had a few people, in fact, oh god. Why can't I remember? There were 2 or 3 people. I apologize. There were 2 or 3 people who messaged me already and said, we're interested in playing zombies. Would you like to play zombies? But I haven't planned out playing zombies yet. Therefore, I haven't responded to anyone because I haven't had a set time when I actually wanted to do the zombies yet. I'm almost thinking that maybe I'll do it around the middle of the week. Okay? Maybe like Wednesday-ish. Maybe that'll be the day. Okay, zombies. So if you're interested in playing zombies with me, let's say tentatively Wednesday, contact me, whether on Twitter, email me, darksidefil@hotmail.com, okay? It'll be the usual stream time on Wednesday, but I may do one session of this zombies just to see what it is, just to say I've played it for the review, and therefore I'll know what the content is. I'm sure it's a typical zombies map like most of the others, only this time around I heard it's very silly. So I'm willing to check it out, okay? So that'll probably be Wednesday-ish, so. But I don't want to put that in the running for the polling yet, because I don't think it's something good like zombies. Just do zombies randomly. I'd rather plan it and maybe have some people join me. So that'll probably be Wednesday. So the poll will probably be, like I said, Infinite Warfare multiplayer or campaign of Modern Warfare Remastered or multiplayer of Modern Warfare Remastered. Depending on how people vote is going to actually formulate tomorrow's streaming. Whatever wins the voting will be first, whatever gets second place will be second, and whatever's third place, maybe I'll do more of that or do some of that on Tuesday, all right? So tomorrow will be 2 gameplay streams, both Call of Duty. What they'll be is determined on how people vote overnight on my Twitter, so please check that out tonight and vote, okay? Tuesday, I'm returning to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I'm near the end of the game. In fact, I finished most of the side quest lines, and people are like, Phil, do you realize that like you have like one side quest line left with the Guru, which takes forever. The Guru, you have to keep doing these defense battles or whatever. I apparently have like one more optional fight with Frieza to finish his side quest line, okay? And then basically it's just story. I could go do more trainer side missions and stuff, or I could go do the side missions that are in the I forget what it is, like the kiosk where you can get them, and people were, oh, they're called parallel quests. Now I remember it. People are like, why didn't you do any parallel quests? And I'm like, because there's other side content that leveled me up already. I'm already like level 50 something, and people are telling me the max level's like level 60. So I think I'm already near the level cap and everything. I didn't need to do any of the parallel quests this time around. There's so much side content in the game that I didn't need to do them. So that being said, it looks like with another 1 to 2 sessions, I may actually beat Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I've only got a little bit of side content left, and then it's just story till I finish the game. And by the way, my Boo now is super powered. He's blasting everything with a couple hits and killing everything with the powerful key attacks. He can transform into Kid Boo. So it's been some pretty good progression the past few sessions, and I definitely want to do another session of that on Tuesday, okay? Tuesday night will be more Call of Duty, and it depends, like I said, on what I do Monday. Wednesday will probably be Call of Duty Zombies. See who's interested in doing that with me. And then Wednesday night is up in the air. The only reason I say that is because it's going to be directly dependent on how things go. Wait a minute. I lost my train of thought. Shit. I said Wednesday I'm going to be doing zombies. That's right. Wednesday night is directly dependent on how things go. I may start working on a review. In fact, I think it would be a good idea to start working on a review Wednesday night, because I need the time to work on it. But I don't know if I'm going to have done enough of, say, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare or Call of Duty, Modern Warfare Remastered to work on the review, okay? And that's a shame. I hope that I can. We'll have to see how many sessions and how much I've gotten in by Wednesday night. Thursday, there's only going to be one gameplay session. I'm thinking it may be the conclusion of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Okay, we'll see how far I am and if I can finish it up. Because that Thursday is actually the day that I'm going to be doing all my errands. I need to go out and do shopping and all that day. Why am I doing my errands on a Thursday? Because guess what? Friday is the big release of Dishonored 2. and I'm very excited for Dishonored 2. I really want to play it badly. I hope that it turns out as a good game, okay? The first one was outstanding. I absolutely loved it, and we've all been looking forward to the sequel. So, all day Friday, I'm playing Dishonored 2. I'm going to do 2 streams of it, okay? So, a full day of coverage of Dishonored 2, and then, yes, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you'll see more and more Dishonored 2. That Saturday, so this coming Saturday, what I may do is do a gameplay stream with Dishonored 2, and then later in that night work on edited content. So maybe I work on finishing my Infinite Warfare review if I've worked on it or I haven't released it yet, or maybe I work on the Dragon Ball review, something like that, okay? So hopefully I can get 1 to 2 reviews out for you by the end of this week. I can finish Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I can at least get a lot of gameplay in of all the Call of Duty games, so that I know what I'm doing in a review. And then Friday, Dishonored 2 starts, and it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Dishonored 2. I don't know how long Dishonored 2 is, okay? The last game was pretty lengthy, so I'm thinking if I could play like 5-6 hours on Friday, 3 to 4 hours on Saturday, 3 to 4 hours on Sunday, and maybe another, 5-6 hours on Monday, I can finish it. Or maybe even if I finish it on Monday before late night, maybe I can even work on my review and release my review of Dishonored 2 Monday night. I don't know. I tried to do that with Mafia 3. It didn't go so well. As you all remember, there was so much grinding and side content in Mafia 3 that I didn't get to review it right away, which kind of disappointed me. But that's life. We'll see with Dishonored 2. Is it a game I can beat in a weekend, a long weekend, or is it going to have lingering on stuff that I don't get completed? We'll find out. Because then that next Tuesday, that's Tuesday the 15th, is the release of Watch Dogs 2. Oh my god. So now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that week is going to be all about Watch Dogs, okay? Playing the hell out of Watch Dogs 2, because then that Friday is Pokemon Moon. Holy shit. Now, the good news here, is that after Pokemon Moon, we get a little bit of relaxation. There's no new releases until Final Fantasy 15 at the end of November. So that'll give me time to work on any releases that I haven't finished, to go back to stuff to maybe that's lingering, and maybe do a little bit more multiplayer. I've actually heard that there's a strong rumor that the new character Sombra, I don't know what her name is, I haven't seen the trailer yet, is going to be released in Overwatch around that time period, okay? So that'll give me an opportunity, maybe Thanksgiving week, the next to last week in November, I could do a session of that and check her out, because I'm interested in that, obviously. But also, we got Ask the King coming up on Thanksgiving. We've got the Indies Marathon that's going to happen at the very end of the month. And then, of course, we got Final Fantasy 15. So this month is jam-packed between the Call of Duty stuff I'm doing now, the conclusion of Dragon Ball Xenoverse, right? Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2, Pokemon Moon, the new character in Overwatch, Ask the King, and Final Fantasy 15. Just amongst that stuff is enough to cover the month. We'll see if I can squeeze in any other stuff. Now, there is a game coming out this Friday as well. It's called Robinson the Journey. If you're not aware, this is a game that is for the PlayStation VR. It looks, out of all the games that I've seen for PlayStation VR, it looks to be the one that may be like the reason to get PlayStation VR. It looks that good. If you don't believe me, I won't even go into detail. Look up the trailer on YouTube. It has potential to be an amazing game. But you know what other game had potential this year? No Man's Sky. And that game sucked diddly fucking monkey dick. And I just, you know what I mean? I don't want to get overhyped about something, and then I end up playing it, and it's so underwhelming. So I'm very interested in playing this Robinson the Journey game, but I can't promise you when I'm going to play it, because as you've already heard, all those big high-profile releases are coming out. It may have to wait for, say, Thanksgiving week, and then maybe I take a day or two to check it out if it's a little bit slow and I can focus on it. But I am interested in it. It's just the timing of the release is pretty bad. If it had come out amongst all the other VR stuff last month, maybe it would have been easier, or maybe it's coming out later in December, but no, it's coming out amongst all these releases, so I'm going to have to probably wait to play it, but I am interested in it, and I will check it out eventually. Speaking of VR, the last thing I actually want to mention in this Week in Preview video, I am aware that there is a VR experience available for free on the PlayStation Network for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. What it is you're in the Jackal, which is the name of the spacecraft that you fly around and do dogfights and stuff in space during the campaign. It intrigues me. It sounds great. But number one, I don't know how long it is. Probably short, I would think. Number two, like I already told you, I'm doing so much stuff this week that I don't know if and when I can cram it in. If I can maybe get a little bit of extra time, if it really is like a half an hour thing, maybe I can cram it into a stream sometime this week to show you that I did it, and here's what it looks like in VR, okay? I definitely want to do it, but with all the coverage I'm doing this week of all the new stuff, it's going to be very tough to do it and fit it in with everything else. What I'm worried about is that I'm going to do so much gameplay, I'm never going to get to the reviews. And that's going to be terrible because I'm trying to reinvigorate KO Gaming right now. As you know, KO Gaming's been very slow because I didn't make any videos for it for a month. So the 23,000 subscribers I had over there, I'm only getting like 7,000 views on every video I put out. I know if I plug away on that channel, I'll get the viewership back because they're subbed. It's just that they don't know to check it yet, okay? If I keep hammering in the content and I keep putting out good reviews, I think they'll come back, but I have to keep doing it. And if I have another 2 weeks where there's no content because I'm doing all gameplay and no reviews, it's going to suffer. So I wish I could clone myself. I wish right now I could split like an amoeba into two, and one of us could go off and do all the edited reviews and stuff, and I could sit here and play the games. It's not that easy. I have to try to balance my time better, and I don't know how right now with the amount of stuff that's coming out and the frequency of stuff that I'm trying to do, okay? So I'm going to do my best. I ask you to please be patient with me. If there's something you want to see me play and I'm not doing it, for example, WWE, it's on indefinite hold. I haven't played WWE in weeks now. Please be patient. I didn't get rid of it. I am interested in doing more. I am definitely going to be doing some simulations coming up for the holidays, but I need time to do it. Right now, there's no time, no free time, man. Every moment I have, every waking moment is filled with gameplay, or trying to squeeze in a review here or there. So it is what it is. It's like this every year. You know that. At least I haven't really run behind on anything. Unlike a few years where I'm juggling 3-4 games at once, I haven't gotten behind on anything. I am staying up to snuff on everything, and I'm getting this stuff done in a timely manner, so that's good. I'm at least staying on top of the playthroughs, which is good. There's nothing that's like, oh god, it's lost in oblivion. Thank God. Thank God some of the games got delayed, because if games like Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 15, if those had actually been released earlier like they were supposed to, I don't know if I would have been able to handle it all. So things are working out well right now, okay? That's really it. I hope you're looking forward to all the Call of Duty coverage this week. Again, special thanks to Tom, who donated the game to me this past week, who made that possible. I hope you're looking forward to the conclusion of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I know a lot of people have been following along that playthrough, and they're eagerly awaiting the conclusion. Thank you for being patient, because I know you have to keep waiting when new releases come out, but it is going to end this week. I know a lot of people are looking forward to Dishonored 2 like I am. I loved the first game. I think I actually liked the first game a lot more than others did, because some people criticized the first game saying it was too much like other games like Bethesda makes. I was like, I thought the game was fucking outstanding. I cannot wait for the sequel. I really can't. So that, I mean, it's going to be a great week. No matter how it goes, whether Call of Duty sucks or is great, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be a great week, and I hope to see you live on stream or watching the videos on demand. I will say a couple things. Number one, please, when you're watching my stuff, leave your ad blockers off. I just need the help at this point, you know? Sorry, you know, I'm not too proud to beg at this point. I need my business to keep continuing, and ad blocker is killing me. If people would watch my stuff without ad blocker, I'd be making a lot more money, and I wouldn't have to do this kind of stuff. Please leave your ad blockers off. Please like the streams and videos that you watch and you enjoy. I don't mention that much. Please do, this one included. Please give it a like if you like it. All right, and that's it for now. Things are going okay for now. Let's hope they keep going okay, and let's enjoy all the gaming that's going on. That's it, everyone. Without further ado, thank you to the outstanding amount of patrons that I have pledging in the month of October. Wait till you see how long this patron crawl is. The longest one ever by far. Thank you so much. I'm very much looking forward to the Indies Marathon. Check your Patreon inboxes tonight for a message from me if you pledged, because you know, if you're owed a perk other than this patron crawl, I probably need your information, so please check those inboxes. And that is it. Thanks, everyone. Peace out. See you for more Call of Duty tomorrow, and, Dishonored on Friday.